Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Hosenberg, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And we coming at you live, man, 11:41. You see the title. Sharp says Wack 100 called him and begged him to come back to no jumper. He does show the text that Adam is sent to Wack to relay over to Sharp. So we're gonna get into this. First part of the content's gonna be from our good old guy, Rich the Trapper. Y'all go sign over there. Y'all go slide over there to TNN Trap News Network. Hit a sub, give a like, give a share, comment, hit that notification bell, as well as right here. Like, comment, share, hit that notification bell so I know y'all there so I can throw it to you when it's in the air, man. Excuse me. Hope everybody's having a good rest of their Monday night, winding down to the Tuesday morning. And yeah, man, we're gonna get right into the content. Let's go.
All right, man, we back in the same, like cook cracking the same. It's Saturday, so we don't do too much on a Saturday, man. But we give y'all just enough on a Saturday, man. Like, comment, subscribe, comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Some news you can use. That good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. You feel me? You feel me? We gonna slide over here to my man IQ. Shy, I never get bro's name right. I really do apologize, but my man IQ, man, big shout out to my man IQ. Shout out to bro. Sharp is saying that they want him to go back to no jumper. Sharp saying they want him back at that jumper. Let's see what's going on, man. Let's talk into it. Let's talk about
it. Yeah, you know, I was doing coke tonight.
Wait, here at 10 and Trap News Network. Thought you was gonna get away without the club.
Yeah. But I don't gain anything lying. You know what I'm saying? Especially just trying to I was just giving my opinion. I don't even know how I got caught up in the mix of saying, oh, well, he say he was talking to Brick. I never said I talked to Brick. I was supposed to, but we never did. And I'm just, hey, I'm cool with that. Like, I'll talk to bros when the time can permit. I'm not in no rush. Somebody said, Spiffy's cousin Peanut said, put you on your pockets, church. 2, and you put the timestamp on the Ace Boys. Okay, well, let's be real. You want to put me on my pockets behind something your cousin came and did with me free willingly? I ain't do nothing to your cousin. What's wrong with you? Like, this shit is just, man, niggas make me madder than what we even need. Like, that's what makes me mad, is the bullshit. You gonna put me on my pockets, nigga, behind? First and foremost, ain't nobody no hoe, but that part doesn't matter. Secondly, behind what? Your cousin doing a song with me free willingly, man? The shit was still a banger. He even knows. He hates he didn't listen to me, and I know he does, because I never steered him wrong. Just talked to Spiffy probably 3 days ago. Little do people know. On the I just like to keep that shit a band, you know? It is what it is. I don't know anybody. Nigga, I don't even be knowing half the people that even be speaking on me. I'm just going off of what Buddy has said.
Hey, that's the realest thing that Sharp has ever said, bro. I don't even know half the people that be speaking on me. What are you talking about, nigga? I'm just going off what you niggas just said. And then here's the thing about this too. Sharp don't be lying. 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 You feel me? So I don't know. You feel me?
It's saying something about somebody's cousin. And Spiffy, I know Spiffy. But shit, how can a nigga cousin be mad at me for him doing a track? I mean, come on, let's speak on the honesty of things. Shit, it ain't
Sharp never lies.
Get down, that's easy. But behind what? Your cousin doing a song with me that went crazy, and then all of a sudden, shit, the video disappeared. I don't know, man. Tomato. Shit happens, nigga. Shit. I got some news earlier. I just want to cut it. I don't know before I get up out of here, but I do got the receipts. Just so y'all know, Wack hit me up earlier, asked me if let me see. I didn't even respond. But Adam, he said, Adam wants to know, do you want to come back and work at No Jumper?
Ooh.
Respond. But Adam, he said, Adam wants to know, do you want to come back and work in no jumper? I don't be having to play no games, and I don't really I ain't respond to none of it or nothing. I don't really feel like I need the platform.
Damn. Sharp said he will not.
He said, I ain't going back there, church.
He will
Nah,
not.
ain't
be
no
giving
thing
these
y'all gonna
niggas
smut
another
my
chance
name
to
and
come
come back
play
to
with
the
his
church.
son.
Hell
But
nah.
it's crazy
I ain't
because
going
Sharp
back
was
there.
actually
Nah,
one of the
man.
most loyal
Don't do that,
employees
man.
at No Jumper. And they ate it on my boy. Wet dookie diarrhea on bro. Wet dookie diarrhea on bro for sure. The wet dookie diarrhea.
It's nothing but love. I hope everybody makes it over there and doing what they doing. I've tried to.
I like Sharp. He ain't never a hater. He ain't never a hater.
Real spill,
Never
bro.
no
Never
haters.
is. Never on no hate.
help do what I did before when certain situations occurred. I can't help now. No. You know, nothing but love. And I'll be real. If I ever did go back above dog, you wouldn't even want to consider the terms that I really have, to be honest with you. And I think we'll talk
I
about
imagine Sharp would need his chiliana for show. The chili that's old and some new chili.
it more tomorrow night. I thought that was a very interesting
I would assume Sharp would need some pain and suffering chili. You feel me?
text message that I got today, but I'm gonna be real with you, homie. I've been doing good on my own. I've been doing good on my own. I don't to be honest.
You've been doing well on your own. It ain't broke. Don't fix it, big dog. Stay where it's working at.
My pride's it wouldn't let me do it.
Hey, I can respect that. Sharp stand for something. He said the money don't matter. I'm doing well on my own.
Yeah, I can respect that. Y'all can't buy Sharp, bro.
To be real. Nah, you'll see. You'll see, homie. I like staying solo, my nigga, and I like doing what I'm doing. Shout out to them, but I do respectfully and disrespectfully as fuck decline. See?
And that's that, man. You know what? Let me see what my dude IQ Shot has to say.
This is what happens when you put your foot in your mouth. This is what happens when you disrespect somebody and you need them. This is what happens when you're trying to humiliate somebody, bro. So, shout out to Sharp. Y'all go follow Sharp. Sharp he going up. He doing his thing. And he never stopped doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, allegedly, it wasn't even allegedly. I mean, he showed the text on there. Wack100 said that adam22 wanted to know if Sharp would come back or wanted to come back and work at No Jumper. Like, listen, bro. See, this the thing, and this what they mean when they say, you know, they not like us. All of the stuff and all of the things and all of the sabotage, I should say, that Adam and them put Sharp through, bro. Like, really, in reality, the relationship business-wise that they had didn't even have to go like that, bro. See, one thing about business, just because it's business, don't mean it don't have to be no loyalty. You still have to have loyalty, respect, integrity, and honesty, bro.
That's super real.
How would you feel if you was doing business with somebody? You right there, you watching. How would you feel if you was doing business with somebody and behind your back, they was talking bad about your business practices, and say if you didn't do nothing. Now, if you did something, I can understand. But if they just disagree, like, come on, bro, you can't trust that person no more. Not necessarily saying that was the only thing that was going on, but it's funny when they need you, bro. And then on the second hand thought, I'm thinking, backdoor. And for them to even think, and if there was a backdoor move, bro, you can tell a nigga like Sharp ain't stupid. He ain't going for no backdoor activity, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They could have been trolling, but to even think, see what it is.
it's put out in a way to where it could be said, well, it's a troll, it's a troll, it's a troll. But if Sharp does it, okay, yes, thanks for coming to help us. It's one of them situations to where Sharp be like, man, hell no, nigga, blah blah. They could clean it up with, why would I ever do that? It's a troll. Why would we ever? Why would I even do that? Because of course I would never do that. Of course it was a troll. Do you think that I was serious? Do you think that somebody of my caliber wants Sharp to go that way? But if Sharp do it, then they're welcome back with open arms and forget the fact they tried to hold this nigga out.
It is you see how Adam was talking all that Sharp is broke and he's losing, he's going homeless and he'll be back selling such and such at the truck stop.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas be thinking
last week you was a truck stop coochie. You was a truck stop coochie seller. You was a truck stop coochie salesman last week. Door-to-door coochie salesman, big dog. And now look at you. They want you back.
that you be fucked up for real. You know what I'm saying? That you desperate. And it's not just a Sharp moment. This is for anybody in life. You can use this to, you can use this in any parts of your life. Niggas really think you fucked up. Niggas think you need them. Everybody don't need you, man. First and foremost, like I said, I always say this, I think in the pandemic, right in the pandemic, I think that's when I first heard of Sharp. When he was on the soft like underbelly. I didn't know, I just remember the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? But so he been had motion, bro. Like it's Sharp is
shout out to Sharp. He been out here for years, bro.
I don't even want to say no names, but he's not one of these people that need.
Sharp is one of the few people that was cracking before No Jumper. Sharp's one of the few people that had an online presence before No Jumper. Fact.
The No Jumper situation. Like Sharp busts his own moves. He been having his own motion. Like he didn't. Truth be said, really, he didn't even need No Jumper the whole time. Did it skyrocket him faster? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For just based on more viral moments on this platform with the yelling at the bitches and all that. But before that, he was already having motion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if you look back at, type Sharp name in on YouTube. See, a lot of us, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. A lot of us that have like big platforms now, if you search back 10, 15 years ago, you will see us. You can look me up. Look up EYE-Q Stack Up Records or something. Just look up, type in IQ, but put a dash between it. EYE-Q. Been doing so, bro. Sharp, he's another one.
Yeah, Sharp been around for a long time, man. Big shout out to IQ. We finna get about it to the next one. Though. Y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow. But today, be at your best. Free Avenue Angel tweets free.
Shout out to Trap, bro. Shout out to Trap, man. We're gonna go into the actual clip.
Wack hit me up earlier. He said, Adam wants to know, do you want to come back and work at No Jumper? I don't be having to play no games, and I don't really feel like I need the platform. It's nothing but love. I hope everybody makes it over there and doing what they're doing. I've tried to help do what I did before when certain situations occurred. I can't help now. And I'll be real, if I ever did go back above dog, you wouldn't even want to consider the terms that I really have, to be honest with you. And I think we'll talk about it more tomorrow night. I thought that was a very interesting text message that I got today, but I'm gonna be real with you, homie. I've been doing good on my own. To be honest, my pride's it wouldn't let me do it. I like staying solo, my nigga, and I like doing what I'm doing. Shout out to them, but I do respectfully and disrespectfully as fuck decline. Wack hit me up earlier. He said, Adam wants.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Sharp, like he just basically let it be known, man, you can't buy him, bro. You said too much. He did help out the platform when he was there. And even if he did want to come back, it would be different terms to where I would not want to do it to the point where, you know, he'd be getting paid more. He would get paid a certain amount beforehand, what he's owed, all those other things, you know. So Yeah, man. Nah, you gotta respect Sharp on that, bro, because they was just big clowning him, making the songs and all that shit. Had him get out of character, made the song, all that other shit. You feel me? So all that went down. Build him for the trash can and all that. And he already said it was water. It was never piss, whatever. He never peed on the trash can. So that was a lie. Yeah, man. I have to say, like, yeah, Sharp's standing on business, bro. Like, as he should though. Like he shouldn't let them buy him back, bro. Like yeah, nah, he shouldn't go back. That's his integrity. That's his respect right there. Yes. But he also said no hateful shit though to the platform. He said he hopes everybody makes it. He tried to help when he could. So yeah, no, that was a respectable decline. Even though he said disrespectfully decline, but yeah, that was a respectable decline. Like the statement that he made. All right, boom. We're gonna go into we're gonna go into IQ's page real quick. Uh, Here we go. IQ Shaheed. IQ Shaheed. Yeah, man. Shout out to IQ Shaheed, man. So
Yeah, your own sounds doing coke tonight. I can already hear it. But I don't gain anything lying. You know what I'm saying? Especially just trying to shit. I was just giving my opinion. I don't even know how I got caught up in the mix of saying, oh, well, he said he was talking to Brick. I never said I talked to Brick. I was supposed to, but we never did. And I'm just, hey, I'm cool with that. Like shit, I talk to bros when shit the time can permit. I'm not in no rush. Somebody said, Spiffy cousin Peanut said, put you on your pockets, church. And you put the timestamp on the Ace Boys. Okay. Well, let's be real. You want to put me on my pockets behind something your cousin came and did with me free willingly? I ain't do nothing to your cousin. Fuck wrong with you? Like this shit is just, man, niggas make me madder than what we even need. Like that shit, that's what makes me mad. Is the bullshit. You gonna put me on my pockets, nigga. Behind. First and foremost, ain't nobody no hoe, but that part doesn't matter. Secondly, behind what? Your cousin doing a song with me free willingly, man. Shit, this shit was still a banger. He even knows. He hates he didn't listen to me, and I know he does. Because I never steered him wrong. Just talked to Spiffy probably 3 days ago. Little do people know. Oh no, I just like to keep that shit a band. You know? It is what it is. I don't know anybody. Nigga, I don't even be knowing half the people that even be speaking on me. I'm just going off of what Buddy is saying something about somebody's cousin. And Spiffy, I know Spiffy, but shit, how can that nigga cousin be mad at me for him doing a track? I mean, come on, let's speak on the honesty of things. Shit, it ain't, yeah, it can get down, that's easy. But behind what? Your cousin doing a song with me that went crazy, and then all of a sudden, shit, video disappeared. I don't know, man. Tomato. Shit happens, nigga. Shit. I got some news earlier. I just want to cut it. I don't know before I get up out of here, but I do got the receipts. Just so y'all know. Wack hit me up earlier, asked me if Let me see. I didn't even respond. But Adam, he said, Adam wants to know, do you want to come back and work it? No jumper. I don't be having to play no games, and I don't really I ain't respond to none of it or nothing. I don't really feel like I need the platform. It's nothing but love. I hope everybody makes it over there and doing what they're doing. I've tried to help do what I did before when certain situations occurred. I can't help now. No. You know, nothing but love. And I'll be real. If I ever did go back above dog, you wouldn't even want to consider the terms that I really have, to be honest with you. And I think we'll talk about it more tomorrow night. I thought that was a very interesting text message that I got today, but I'm gonna be real with you, homie. I've been doing good on my own.
Yeah, he has. He's been going up, bro. Sharp been going up. Sharp been going up, bro.
I don't to be honest, my pride's it wouldn't let me do it. To be real. Nah, you'll see. You'll see, homie. I like staying solo, my nigga, and I like doing what I'm doing. Shout out to them, but I do respectfully and disrespectfully as fuck decline.
See? This is what happens when you put your foot in your mouth. This is what happens when you disrespect somebody and you need them.
Yeah, real
This
talk.
is what happens when
That's real.
you're trying to humiliate somebody, bro.
Yeah.
So shout out to Sharp. Y'all go follow Sharp.
Sharp, man.
He going up. He doing his thing. And he never stopped doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, he didn't. Like I said this before, I'll play it right now, but Sharp been doing his shit, bro. Like Sharp been staying on it, even though they was talking about him, even when he was still there, and they was starting to really distance themselves from him and shit like that. He was still going up on his channel, you feel me? And he stayed at it, you feel me? So I feel like, yeah, bro, like that's a good thing that he didn't take that bribe or that little bag, you feel me? That cry for help back. So yeah, man, I feel like yeah, he did the right thing with that for sure. But yeah, like that's real shit, bro. This is what happens when you fuck somebody over and then they come crying for help back.
So allegedly it wasn't even allegedly. I mean, he showed the text on there. Wack 100 said that adam22 wanted to know if Sharp would come back or wanted to come back and work at No Jumper. Like, listen, bro. See, this the thing, and this what they mean when they say, you know, they not like us. All of the stuff and all of the things and all of the sabotage, I should say, that Adam and them put Sharp through, bro. Like, really, in reality, the relationship business-wise that they had didn't even have to go like that, bro.
Yeah, it really didn't, though. It really didn't.
Just because it's business don't mean it don't have to be no loyalty. You still have to have loyalty, respect, integrity,
all
and
that,
honesty, bro.
All those things.
How would you feel if you was doing business with somebody? You right there, you watching. How would you feel if you was doing business with somebody and behind your back they was talking bad about you, about your business practices, and say if you didn't do nothing. Now, if you did something, I can understand. But if they just disagree, like, come on, bro, you can't trust that person no more.
Yeah, nah, that's somebody that's not solid. I wouldn't want to mess with them anymore on no type of business level.
It's funny when they need you, bro. And then on the second hand thought, I'm thinking, backdoor. And for them to even think, and if that was a backdoor move, bro, you can tell a nigga like Sharp ain't stupid. He ain't going for no backdoor activity, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They could have been trolling.
Yeah, for sure.
But to even think, see what it is you see how Adam was talking all that, Sharp is broke and he's losing, he's going homeless and he'll be back selling such and such at the truck stop. Niggas be thinking that you be fucked up for real.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That you desperate. And it's not just a Sharp moment. This is for anybody in life. You can use this to.
Yeah, that's just a lesson. You feel me? That it could be somebody that could fuck you over really, really bad type shit, and they gonna come crying back asking for help, and then they gonna try to buy your help, and it's like, damn, like you have no respect or loyalty towards me or the situation, especially when you're doing some business, like you said. Nah,
um you can use this in any parts of your life. Niggas really think you fucked up. Niggas think you need them. Everybody don't need you, man.
real
First
talk.
and foremost, like I said, I always say this I think in the pandemic or before, right in the pandemic, I think that's when I first heard of Sharp, when he was on the Soft White Underbelly. I didn't know,
Sharp been
I
doing
just
this
remember
shit. I
thinking
heard
that,
about Sharp. I think like maybe
you know what I'm saying? But
2018.
so he been had emotion, bro. Like Sharp is not a person who, I don't even want to say no names, but he's not one of these
19,
people
somewhere on there.
that
Or
need
2020, a little before.
the no jumper situation. Like Sharp busts his own moves.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
been having his own motion. Like he didn't. Truth be said, really, he didn't even need no jumper the whole time. Did it skyrocket him faster? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? For
sure.
just based on more viral moments on this platform with the yelling at the bitches and all that. But before that, he was already having motion, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then if you look back at, type Sharp name in on YouTube. See, a lot of us, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. A lot of us that have like big platforms now, if you search back 10, 15 years ago, you will see us. You can look me up. Look up EYE-Q stack up records or something. Just look up, type in IQ, but put a dash between it. EYE-Q stack up records. Niggas been doing views. Now, was we trying to monetize it? Did they have the monetization program? No, this is just something that we've been doing. So, bro, Sharp Ben, he's another one. You can look back at old footage of him when he had the long hair, and he been getting numbers and going viral. And even if it wasn't even on the biggest of scales, now it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like a smack in the face when somebody that I can imagine. You see what Sharp say, nigga, respectfully and disrespectfully decline, motherfucker. Don't trust that shit, Sharp. That's backdoor shit, bro. And if it ain't, you still don't fuck with that, bro. You already done got your 100K. This is what niggas, bro. Once you prove to yourself that you can do it, all you gotta do is keep replicating. You know what I'm saying? Just keep replicating. You already got 100K on one channel. You already did these many views on this. Just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. Replicate. But man, I wouldn't trust that shit as far as I could throw that shit, man. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Why would he want to come back over there, bro? Like, that's some bitch shit. And Sharp, knowing what type of lifestyle he once led, he ain't no bitch. That shit no disrespect to the ladies, I'm saying that's like some desperate female. You get shit talked and abused and whatever the negative situation, and then you come running back. Like, nah, nigga, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Sharp ain't like, man, nah. I wouldn't dare. Would y'all? I mean, I know some of y'all probably want him to go back, but nah. Mm-mm. I
Nah, I
wouldn't.
don't think you should do it. Nah.
I wouldn't even think that Sharp would go back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying and they should know that. You know what I mean? But
Whoa. Right. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's a joke. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say, no, it was cap. You know what I'm saying? But who knows, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. And y'all go subscribe to Sharp, bro. Go sub up to Sharp. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, man, I don't think Sharp should go back. But this is what we gonna do. We gonna check this out real quick. It's gonna be the Sharp. Where is it? Hold on. It's gonna be this Adam and Wax show. Yes, we're gonna play the rest of this Adam and Wax show. We're gonna end it and go to the next video. Because this is gonna talk when Wack, he's gonna say something about it. Watch, you'll see.
His logic was, I don't want to meet a girl and then convince.
It's like right here.
You know, I think he's bisexual. I mean, you know, and you know,
But you're not basing that on anything besides just the fact that
I thought I would never say.
He looks weird sometimes.
I'm gonna say something I thought I would never say.
Sure.
But I gotta keep it real. I listened to Tasha K the other day. Her take on Shannon.
To talk about.
Yeah, I didn't.
Especially like her. She's got no skin in the game. She's not famous. You're such an easy come up for someone like Shannon Sharp. But did you
See, we gonna put the Jack Doherty interview. Nah. Where's the Sharp, David? I said this gonna do with Sharp.
I don't know anybody that was there before me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, that's a whole lot. I can do that. Okay, we gonna watch that in the stream.
Let's get it on. Oh, baby, let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Shout out to No Jumper. I'm a member, man. I'm just shouting out the platform.
No.
I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I ain't trying to get
Mikey,
copyrighted, yo.
no jumper. AD from No Jumper. All right, what are we doing here? I just want to see the chat fill up a little bit before we really start yapping up. And they've only
Here.
Hey,
That's not one of the video. My bad, yo. I'm tripping. Sharp. We're gonna play his last little clip about it.
Wack hit me up earlier. He said, Adam wants to know, do you want to come back and work at No Jumper? I'll be having to play no games, and I don't really feel like I need the platform. It's nothing but love. I hope everybody makes it over there and doing what they're doing. I've tried to help do what I did before when certain situations occurred. I can't help now. And I'll be real, if I ever did go back above dog, you wouldn't even want to consider the terms that I really have, to be honest with you. And I think we'll talk about it more tomorrow night. I thought that was a very interesting text message that I got today, but I'm gonna be real with you, homie. I've been doing good on my own. To be honest, my pride's it wouldn't let me do it. I like staying solo, my nigga, and I like doing what I'm doing. Shout out to them, but I do respectfully and disrespectfully as fuck decline. Wack hit me up earlier.
All right, yep. So we gonna leave it on this Adam and Wack Talking about some stupid shit.
Adam and Wack show, and we're back
right here.
to honey.
When this
Bro.
ends, we're gonna end the video.
I told him, bro.
Yeah.
I told him that day. I got it on my phone.
I don't want to laugh at my
begged
friend
him.
getting locked up, but at a certain point, you got to be like, all right, bro.
What did I say?
This is ridiculous.
I said on that podcast,
Yeah.
I said, bro, it's a setup. They let you out before your hood day. They try to give you the 180. Your attorney got the 150. You did half of that.
Yeah.
They let you out because they know you're going to violate. They're going to max you out. Don't go.
The
That
clip of us talking about it has like 250,000 views, so you can't even say like, oh, maybe he just didn't see us talking about it. And it's not like
he
we were
told
the only
me
ones.
he wasn't going to go.
People from his hood were insisting to him that he not go, and he still wasn't able to stop himself.
That's a fact. Listen, not only did I talk to him, right?
Yeah.
I said, yo, bro, don't. He told me he wasn't going to go, right? I called Baby Runner. I say, Baby Runner, I can't be the only one in his ear.
Yeah.
Y'all from his neighborhood. He said, Wack, I've been telling him every day. You see where I'm at, right? So I called Pee Wee, but he don't count because he all in the video talking about why y'all messing with that black man.
Oh, he was in the video.
Yeah, he in the video talking about why y'all Pee Wee, you on some BS, right?
Right.
Shout out to my guy Pee Wee. But when we came out of doing the pod and stepped out, and I looked at my phone and saw him standing there, what scared me the most is bro was standing there like it was no big deal. Did you see that when they had him cuffed?
Yeah.
He was just standing there like, hey, get my this.
No,
this.
I felt like he looked kind of like surprised and upset, like he thought this wasn't going to happen, which
Now-
that was shocking to me. It's like,
Now-
you knew, you should have known this was going to happen.
Now, this what they tell me. This why I got a bone to pick with him at.
Okay.
They tell me he was at another park prior to this park.
Oh.
Same day. Police come through 10 minutes after he there. Nephew, get away. Right? Hold on. He gets away from that park.
Right.
And heads to this other park. But guess what's going on? The PO
he's
is
tracking.
watching the dot. So when he got to this other park, they say the PO was already in the parking lot.
Oh, so the PO's following him, not just.
They seen it. Look, he sent him to the other part. Forexers got out of there before they can get to him. But he's watching them beeline to the other park. So the PO is already at the second park. He like, if they don't get him here, he's going to come over here. Dude said, Wack, when I went to the liquor store, right before 4Xers pulled up, I seen his PO in the parking lot. He telling me this. So when 4Xers gets there, he sees him, simply calls for his little backup and walks over there. That's him standing on the side of him.
Right. Did you see in that interview that we did, the one interview that we were able to get in while he was a free man, that he was saying, "Fuck my PO."
Yeah, I heard all
and
that
I'm
shit.
telling him, I'm like, don't you not want to say him
The PO,
because
yeah.
this is basically the person who's deciding if you're going to go to jail or not. And it felt like that idea was so foreign to him, he couldn't even process that.
I'm gonna be real. You know, we all got a homeboy like 4Xers.
Well, up until recently, I really didn't. This is really like a
No,
new
we all got
experience for
one.
me to have somebody who's that insistent about going back to jail.
We
over
all
and
got
over.
one that's like,
Somebody like Brick, like, okay, he made a bunch of bad decisions. He's sitting on the podcast with
Brick
a gun
ain't-
hanging out of his waist, but it's not like that. Like, he's moving around in a intelligent way, even if he is making some bad decisions along the way. 4Xers is just a bull in the China shop, full steam ahead, doing everything he wants to do with no consideration about if it's going to get him locked up.
well, now I'm hoping he maxes out June 1st.
Yeah,
I told you
June.
in our pod, I said, bro, what's dangerous
Yeah.
is he does this 60-day thing standing on his head.
Yeah, you don't give a
We're
fuck.
under the 60. So remember I said every day that he's free, he cares less and less about what he's doing. Oh, I'm down to 47 days. I could, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be goddamn. When he came up on the 1st, it was out of 10 days.
I don't
First,
even know.
second?
I think it was less than a week
Yeah, it was so.
because I did the interview with him and I think he was locked up like 4 or 5 days later because we were going to
Right.
run it back. Like we had plans. He was going to go to the zoo with Traplo Ross. No, he was locked up the day before that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You know.
Wait, but okay. I wanted to say, did you see when we were talking about the viral way guys and everything? I don't want to play the full clip, but did you see this argument between
I
Almighty
seen
Suspect and
I seen
Brandon?
the whole argument.
It was insane. I mean,
Well,
I guess
Brandon started it.
okay. Brandon called Suspect out for allegedly saying the hard R. That's how it started.
But then he called him, I think he called him a bitch or something.
No, well, I think suspect started calling him a bitch.
No,
he started
he
calling
said
him
it
weird,
first.
and then he started calling him a bitch.
And then towards the end, so I told her, I'm telling R&B as we're watching it, right? I said, suspect is going to jump up any second and call dude out. For real, I said, I know, nephew, he hot-headed.
He did.
And I seen it. She said, oh my God, he did, right? Twice.
Yeah.
So I see he does some type of jujitsu or something like that.
So he's been doing Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu for over 10 years. He's a black belt. He claims that he was a world champion at a certain point. We watched
But
the
he
video.
got to grab it.
True, but he's also doing Muay Thai. He seems like a very big, solid, strong dude. So if he only did jiu-jitsu, then I guess you could maybe say that he would lose in like a fight, whatever. But I feel like anybody who does 10 years of jiu-jitsu is going to be doing some striking along the way. Let's take a look at the comments and see where the audience is at on this. So these are the top comments. Suspect acts like yelling is his superpower. Sus took a big L. Never let someone get you emotional like that. The way suspects acting overly animated and shouting.
How we take an L when he calls Sus out? Don't call him. He told suspect.
Suspect called him.
No,
out.
he didn't.
At first, yeah, he opened the door and was trying to tell him.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You're a liar.
I watched the whole thing on stream yesterday. What
you
want to
bet
about? Yes.
Let's bet.
Yes.
Let's bet.
Am I right? Suspect was holding the door open and saying,
50 push-ups. Shut up, white guy.
No.
50 push-ups. Okay, run it back.
Boom. I don't know if this is the full clip.
It started from the chat. The chat said something about fighting, and he said he don't want to fight.
No, he told them.
Put it on, bro. You know exactly what
said
point.
that he didn't want to fight. We can do the 50 push-ups next time. I don't want to watch this whole clip because I already watched it to this one time.
He knows where it is.
No, as soon as they sat down and they got into the argument, suspect started opening the door and saying, we could go outside and fight right now. Brandon doesn't want to fuck up his no jumper situation, so he was saying,
that's some punk shit. No, he ain't. He called suspect out.
And then later on in the conversation, Brandon starts saying, like, okay, we can go fight right now.
No, nephew marked dude out. He called him, he said it. Bro, it's a part right there where somebody reads the screen about fighting, and he tells suspect he don't want to fight. That's what he don't want to do.
No, I think you're
bro, find it. This is a fact.
I just don't want to run through the whole.
No, I told nephew to find it. We can come back to it.
Watch.
If you go to show me, if you go to transcribe, open the comments, Control F, put fight, it'll highlight all the words times where they say fight. With
I mean, we could even,
bro. All you got to do is go to where you open the door and back it up 30 seconds.
Look at. Wait, we got no audio.
Oh shit!
The day here, we got some random fat.
Look, this is the very beginning. He's already calling him a random fat.
That's cool. That's just
pie. Light skinned nigga. You know what we do here? Supposedly, I call you with the whole.
It's gonna keep going. All you gotta do is go to where he got up and then come back.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, he's gonna get up.
I heard you speak. I heard it.
But wait, so are we in agreement? Because suspect gets up, opens the door, and tries to usher him out.
That's because he called suspect out.
Jesus Christ, this is so loud on my headphone.
He called suspect out. That's why he jumped up.
He called him out after suspect tried to initiate the fight.
He called him out before suspect jumped up. He said he read it off the chat. Somebody in the chat instigated it. And big dude said he don't want to fight. That's what he don't want to do. And suspect said, what? We can get out right now.
Well, he did say suspect doesn't want to fight. And then suspect
he said it first.
And then Brandon said, listen, we can do this at another time. But I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to do this at no jumper. This is a business.
You don't want to fight. He just called him out. He called him out first.
Listen, by the end of the podcast, Brandon was making it abundantly clear that he now really feels like a fade is owed to him.
Listen, the minute you say you don't want to squabble, and he jump up and say, let's get down, and you don't get your ass up.
Okay, in that moment, you're right. He did not immediately get his ass up because he was wanting to respect the nature of the podcast. But all I'm saying, Brandon was sitting there cool as a cucumber. He was not, he didn't look like he was breaking a sweat.
Who?
Brandon, the white t-shirt guy here.
That's cool, but I'm saying if he would have never said he don't want to fight, suspect would have never jumped up.
The astonishing thing to me is the fact that this stuff, like people think we script this. People think that we're engineering this. Somehow we put two dudes. It's not even like a big group of people getting into a confrontation.
You got a well, I don't know what Brandon is. We got our guy right here, nephew. He's a white dude. Josh.
Timu22.
We got Josh Almighty, who's neutral. He's not a gang member.
Right.
And we got, I feel like a civilian type dude.
Did you see suspect arguing with Jalise though?
I seen that one.
I mean, does this feel like
That's
it's
when
kind of
she jumped
becoming
up,
like
right?
a pattern? Where
That's where she jumped up.
Like he's getting into these like extremely intense arguments, seemingly like every time he gets on camera. Not every time, but like
that's when she jumped up, right?
That was bad because he was going in on her about like every extreme thing.
That day, I started with her. I said she got some heart.
Yeah, she don't give a.
She a little burned out.
But they can't
she
be
a little gang member too. I think Creep was in there that day.
I don't think she's a gang member, but I think she fucks with so many gang members and there's people feeding her information and shit. Yeah, she's from around there.
Well, she got mad because suspect was right.
What?
She called her cousin. That was in the feds. It was a question about something about the feds. And the cousin answered in favor of suspect. And once that happened, suspect went to the roof. I might
not have seen the full context
yeah,
of that.
It was something about some check paperwork. And she said no. And suspect said, hell yeah, they do. She said, my cousin just got out. She called him. Did people check paperwork? He was like, yeah.
Yeah. Of course they do. Wes Watson was keeping it in his butthole.
Yeah, so that's how that started. But you know, hey, that suspect.
Why would they not check paperwork in the feds? That's like the one thing that it seems like they
shout
talk
out to
about.
Jalise, I with it, but she was wrong on that one.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, you look, man, everybody on No Jumper, they're here for their alter ego, their personality, and their character. Straight up. So let's be real. The closest thing we had to a suspect was a brick when the troll got to him and we got him emotional. We get Brick emotional. Like I got him emotional that one time he was on that couch. Oh man, that was when he said he was gonna put Kill Squad in the streets and start crying and said, and this bitch ass the wack 100 start making that face.
Wait, you're taking credit for that? Wasn't he was mad at DW on that?
No. We was trolling him about what happened. DW let it go. And then I kept trolling him about the case, right? And he keep mentioning this case. I don't know how he knows about these cases and don't nobody else know. And that's another thing I've been hearing. I heard this dude, what's this dude? Al Prophet, the white dude.
Who's that?
That's his name?
Al Prophet.
Al Prophet. When you ready to sit down, let's sit down. Hit my DM, hit R&B's DM, let's sit down. Because he says, Wack 100, this dude right there, Wack 100 knows a lot of information, and we don't know how he knows it. You know what that sounds like to me? A hater. You're mad because I know information you don't know. Guess what, Al? I don't know about your cornfield stories.
Yeah,
Al.
He just hangs out in the cornfield.
Al, you are a white guy telling a black dude that I know about what's going on in the urban communities. You know what I'm saying? That's just as goddamn weird as you telling Dame Dash what black people like, right?
That's not what happened. But
that's I seen it. I seen the clip the other day.
Well, that's
it was fresh in my mind, right? Like Dame, like how are you a white guy go tell a black guy what black people want or what we like?
You're
right?
Dame Dash 2.0 for the record. This podcast, V1 of it was me and Dame Dash, and it lasted 3 episodes.
Well, you were never gonna survive with Dame.
As much of an intolerable asshole as you are, you're way easier to get along with than Dame Dash, and you're relatively successful, unlike him.
You wasn't gonna survive with Dame because Dame's whole thing is look at what you're doing and tell you you're not doing the very thing right that you're helping him out as you do it. That's Dame.
Yeah,
because Dame is still back there.
I think I could confidently say that I would rather do a podcast with Adolf Hitler than Dan Dash. Like his personality, he has the worst personality. I want to do one with Dame. Wait, what happened to him as a YouTuber? He was going nuts as a YouTuber.
Yeah, I want to do one with Dame. Well, his teeth fell out. It was over with.
I don't think that mattered.
He was clowning 50. His bottom greasy heel fell. He's out, and it was over with.
But you remember, Dame Dash was making so much YouTube content commentating on Jay-Z for a while there.
He got to stop hating on Jay-Z.
But now
bro.
You
know the ugliest thing Dame Dash does? He says Jay-Z wasn't a friend because he did a song with R. Kelly, knowing what he did to my girl. But then you went and got in the video. Like, Dame, you got in the video.
This is Dame Dash's channel?
I don't
Change
know.
the Game TV?
It might sound
it
like
hasn't
something.
been updated in 7 months.
So he probably ain't doing it no more. Sound like something, you know.
But why, like it felt like he actually really had some motion. I don't know.
Well, you know, it's hard for Dame to keep a working team around him.
Yeah, because he's such a
Yeah, you know, he gon', you know, that's Dame.
Well, okay. Thank you for at least agreeing with me that he's a huge dick, because when
he
me
burned out.
when me and Vlad say that he's an asshole, people attack us like we're the fucking Klan. And it is so self-evident to anybody who has ever watched him on camera that he is almost impossible to get along with.
Bro, it's only one world that Dame could survive in and be successful in. It would have to be a world where he's the only human and it's a bunch of holograms walking around.
Right.
And they talk back, but they're holograms.
That's why it's so insane that people will constantly question, like, why did Jay-Z leave Dame Dash? You spend 5 seconds around him and you're like, oh, of course Jay-Z wanted to get the fuck out.
Dame read the book 48 Laws of Power, but he started at Law 2 and he never read Law 1.
What was 1?
Never outshine the master. It sounds up.
No, that's a big deal.
If you understand it, right? You know, when I got ideas about No Jumper, what do?
Tell me.
I don't just try to do them. You see what I'm saying?
But Dame had just as much ownership of Rockefeller as Jay-Z. So from his perspective, he should be able to just do
You can have just as much ownership as you want.
But
who was the face of Rockefeller?
Okay, but Jay-Z became the star, but before it became successful, they were on the same level. They're both losers at a certain point.
Okay. Rockefeller was what? Initially.
And then Biggs also.
It was music. The music spun off to products and whatever, right?
Right.
Who was the face and the voice of the music?
Well, obviously the rapper is going to be the face of it.
Okay, so Dame has to understand that. Watch this.
Watch this.
Dame Dash Jay-Z, Rockefeller. Who's expandable? Who's replaceable?
Everybody besides the star, clearly.
Which is Jay-Z.
Right.
He could put somebody else in this seat, whether they're better at it or not, right? The skills and talents that's going to attract the business, attract the crowd, attract the people is the artist. And Dame, he thought he was bigger than the program. Instead of just being a part of the program and being the foundation of the program, he didn't know how to swallow that ego before the fall comes to pride.
Right. And because, like, when you look at everything that Jay-Z's managed to accomplish throughout his career, I don't think he could have really done any of that if he had stayed with Dame Dash. Like, Jay owns like real respectable businesses, and that just wasn't going to happen if he still had Dame representing him going into boardrooms screaming at people.
Yeah, well, the people told him, best believe they told him to make a decision. And I don't believe Jay-Z
So
made
you
it.
blame the Jews?
No, I don't blame them because it was Jay-Z's decision. And I believe his decision was first and foremost based upon selfishness, which he was supposed to practice at that time for self and then his family, the betterment of his family, right? I'm not into this world of people saying, don't think you better than and don't be selfish. Bullshit. I'm better than a dope fiend. I'm better than a dude that ain't doing this, ain't doing that. And I'm going to be selfish in some situations because it takes me to be selfish to position myself to be able to help people around me. So you can't go into every day saying, hey, look, bro, we want to talk to you. And you like, well, I ain't going nowhere without. But then it's $100 million deal on the table, right?
No.
So, you know, at some point, you got to be that. I still think he's still bitter about the decisions he made. I think he knows he made some bad decisions and he just won't reset. But I wanted like have one conversation. I want to do some business with Dame. I think we could do some business.
I feel like a lot of people have tried to do business with him and it's proven very, very
and
difficult.
he has some business that he could do right now.
Like what?
Paid in full too.
Yeah, okay.
He can do that.
But is he really required for that?
Who?
Does he own Paid in Full 1? Did he like produce that?
I mean, it just to be authentic because he did a great job at Paid in Full 1.
Okay.
I believe he did. So
what was he? Like he produced it or he's one of the executive producers or something?
Yeah. And then Alpo's dead now.
Right.
So I believe he should, you know what I'm saying? I believe he should do Paid in Full.
You know what it really was?
As a series though.
Dame Dash was cracking off as a YouTuber when Jay-Z had his lawsuit pending that was alleging that he was basically some kind of sex criminal. And then that goes away. And then we don't see Dame Dash on YouTube anymore. It's like nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, I didn't believe that thing about Jay-Z. It just didn't make sense. That don't seem like his character.
Not my goat.
Yeah, that didn't seem like
now Shannon Sharp. I don't know. Shannon Sharp, he's a freaky frog.
There's nothing wrong with being a freaky frog. You are too.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm luckily not doing it with 19-year-olds for the most part.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with having sex with a 19-year-old.
That's true. But when you're doing it on camera, at least I feel somewhat protected. If you're having freaky BDSM relationships with random 19-year-old OnlyFans girls, that might not necessarily be the best for business.
I think
he stepped down from ESPN.
No, I think that I just said that a couple hours ago. I think that where he went wrong at is he was falling into this. He was dealing with them young girls like that because he always wanted to feel dominant, right? He wanted that dominant role, right?
You don't need to say anything to explain to me why a man would want to fuck a 19-year-old hot OnlyFans girl. This is a human desire.
No, what I'm saying is this, right?
19, little young.
What I'm saying is people got to understand, you could be mid-stroke, and when she says no, if you take 5 more pumps, that's the rape.
True.
They even have marital. Just because that's your wife don't mean you can do it when you want to do it. With me, the word no is like a fuse box.
It's like a gong going off.
Everything shuts off.
Yeah. No, that's how you have to treat it for sure. But let's keep in mind, it's not like there's video recordings of the average sexual experience. So it's like these lines all get blurred, and it's super easy for a girl to say that.
No, that text message is crazy.
Yeah. Well, but
I told you to wear rubber. I told you not to put it in my, and I told you no several times. And he responds, "We'll talk about it later." Mm-hmm. And then the audio of it'll be and I think he was just that they were playing. It'll be a big black dude choking a little white woman. So you put those together, and it's starting to look crazy. Put those together with Disney.
Right.
It's starting to look crazy.
Yeah, Disney ain't going for that.
Yeah. And I think with her, where she screwed up at was he offered her 10 million, right?
Crazy. That's way too much.
No, but I'm gonna tell you why. She screwed up. He offered the 10 million because he knew he had this $100 million play coming, right? So what she does is come at him with the 50 million and exposes it. Now that you had exposed it, he ain't gonna get the 100 million to be able to give you the 10 million. Nevertheless, the 50 million, she should have let him close the $100 million deal and then came at him. So you screwed him and screwed yourself.
Right.
He's not going to even have the 10 to give to you now.
She might not have the best business sense given that she's like 20.
She should have let him close the $100 million deal.
But she's tapped in with Busby, who's apparently some sort of goat at these things.
We wasn't a goat with shit. Our goat out-goated his ass.
Well, he failed with
Shout out Jigga.
Yeah.
Right? 444, best album in the world.
But Busby does have a lot of scalps. He's put in a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think they jumped the gun. They should have let him close that deal before exposing these things. At least get paid something up front.
But you know that this is easy ammunition for anybody who looks at the game and says, "Look what they did to R. Kelly. Look what they did to Jay-Z, or what they attempted to do to Jay-Z." I mean, the powers that be that want to basically strike down powerful black men. Shannon Sharpe easily fits into the mold that a lot of people
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real. This is I've been like really studying that. The more power you get, the more position you get, the more business you do, the simpler you have to be.
Yeah, a lot of truth to that. That's why all those Diddy
as
sex
that
parties
goes up, you have to dumb yourself
and
down.
that's why the Diddy party thing, like he gets so successful that his sex parties just keep getting crazier and crazier. Jay-Z had the right mentality, is like you get way more low key as you become a billionaire.
Jay-Z ass would be. He would Beyonce. If he show up to the damn party, he's showing up to the party with Beyonce.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody gonna say they left with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I believe in bringing sand to the beach.
Yeah.
You just gotta have something that's universal sand. Like, you know, some of y'all are stuck with what you stuck with because you've been with her for years and things have changed because she got comfortable. I'm bringing sand to the beach, bro. That's it. I'm like, you're not going to say no.
And that's why every time it creeps into my mind, like maybe I should have my own OnlyFans and I should just random girls and sell that content. And then I remember that because my wife is there every single time I shoot content, it basically is like a safety blanket that protects me from having to deal with, you know, potential vengeful, insane, psychotic women that might want to accuse me of whatever, because I've got Lena there as a hall monitor and someone who can basically like be there to say, no, this didn't happen. And as well as like the other employees, the filmer, etc. But there's just too much risk associated with it when you're just fucking random women, and especially like her, she's got no skin in the game. She's not famous. You're such an easy come up for someone like Shannon Sharpe. But did you see that he, I guess, paid off some sum of like a couple $100,000 to a ESPN employee or cameraman that he choked out at one point? So it sounds to me like he's into this BDSM. My concern, but that's not BDSM. You're just choking a random person on the job. But all I'm saying is, choked on the job. I think so. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall for the Busby propaganda machine that may or may not be in effect here, because this is what they do. They charge you with something, and then they trickle out more and more bad news every day afterwards. A slow drizzle, I believe, until your reputation is in the dirt. I don't want to fall for that, but it does appear that maybe this has been a problem for him for a while. I believe right now, Shannon should just, I gave this advice to Puffy, he didn't take it. Shannon should just step out with his boyfriend and let people know I'm bisexual, but this is who I'm with. And every now and then I experience my wild side. You think he's a zest monster? I definitely think he's bisexual. Why do you think that? Just because his pants fit weird or whatever, that one meme? His mannerisms. His mannerisms, and I think he's bisexual. I mean, but you're not basing that on anything besides just the fact that I thought I would never say. He looks weird sometimes. I'm gonna say something I thought I would never say. Sure, but I gotta keep it real. I listened to Tasha K the other day. Her take on Shannon. She had a good one, and she broke down how he takes. First, it was the stylist to the basketball games. Now he's taking the cameraman without a camera places. They both got their little boy bags going on, and he made a copy. He's never out with women like that. He's always, he's taking. It ain't like he's taking his team. It's like these people, and they seem a little zesty. And he slipped. He slipped. You got the content, right? Because I got the content. What content? We got the work. I got the work. What? That's a fact. Sex tape. Gay sex tape. You want the work? Sure. Send me the gay sex tape. No. This right here. Oh, ain't no getting out of this. And this is right here, Tasha K. This was good content. I think I kind of became a first time I watched her content like this, but this shit is diabolical. Listen, if you've been in a car accident. Hold on, where's it at? This is diabolical, bro. Okay. I know where it's at. Perfect one. Okay.
You may forget some things, but you don't slip up and say things like this.
When Uncle say he want to date younger men, they kill me. What they say? What the women? What? Yeah, when I said I want to date younger women, what I said? Oh, when I want to date.
See, this how this works, bro. When I go to talking about soul food,
that was a Freudian slip right there.
Look, what's good when I go to talking about soul food. Right, because I don't eat like pig feet, chitlins, and hog maws.
You said you don't eat meat in general.
No, I don't. But even when I was like, I don't eat those things when it comes to the soul food. Right, I'm never gonna be like, yo, what's bomb? Chitlins. I'm never gonna say, because my mind doesn't register that.
You know what's bomb?
Listen, you're weird.
I'm just not gonna say that by accident. Though. You're right. Yeah.
You're weird.
Well, I was saying it for.
But he said
there. Yeah.
He said. They're talking about Tracy Ellis, who dates younger men. He said, but when I'm talking about himself, want to date younger men, for your mind to register and say you want to date younger men. That's part of your mental, bro. You're in that lane. I agree with her. I gotta agree with her, bro. I gotta agree with her. We ran the content on the Hunter side, and I'm like, yo. You doing something. I believe he's bi. I don't think he's all the way. I believe he's bi.
Well, given how these things normally go.
I think for every 7 women he's with, he got 3 dudes.
Oh, that's a pretty solid ratio, though.
I don't know nothing about
that's not even really gay.
Solid. I mean, I don't know what you talking
about. If you're fucking women 70% of the time, that's not gay.
No, any acts with man on man is gay.
Okay, fine. All right. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do, bro? When your little one gets big enough to go to a school and in a classroom where the other little crazy little kids understand where her dad's on YouTube saying this kind of shit.
She's gonna have to stand on business.
Oh, you might be employed. What's the dude that's finna fight nephew?
Suspect send him to work with her?
No, the other dude,
Brandon.
Brandon might not start.
Maybe he's looking for a gig. Hey, you want to take my kid to school and stand there every day?
Do you not remember the type of kids that were in class, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade?
Yeah, no, they were pretty brutal.
Yeah, bro. Do you get it?
That's why we're gonna put Brandon in charge of her combat sports training. Yeah, for sure.
That's a fact.
Definitely. So, I was gonna tell you, and I do think that we should really make a hard push to get Ye on this podcast. Now, that being said, it's going to be hard for me to have this conversation in such a way that I think that he will want to do that, because he has announced that he was, when he was a very young man, a throat goat.
Yeah. I heard that till he was 14.
He was slanging top
till he was 14.
Right, which is kind of disturbing. Yeah. How does it feel to know that about one of the goats of hip hop?
When I first heard it, my mind went to, okay, he's about to release something. And within an hour or two, it was a song up, right?
Yeah, Dave once helped him write.
And it sounds like some Triple X Dion type old trippy red. What's the name of that movement with the black fingernails? What they call it?
Goth.
No, the other emo. Sound like some emo type music, right? And the crazy thing about Ye is Ye can do whatever he want and it doesn't matter.
And so you're going to put this in that bucket as well? Because when I was having this conversation in front of Munchie B, he made it clear this is the thing that pushed him over the line. He don't care about the KKK stuff, the Nazi stuff, whatever.
Listen,
you gay?
What I'm telling you is Ye can do and say whatever he wants and it doesn't. Know all it does? It sparks 10 different conversations.
Any fans that were still rocking with Ye up till the point that he's at now, I don't think that, having previously sucked dick as a 6-year-old is really going to.
He said 6 to 14. So I'm going to say this.
That's a long time. That's almost a decade.
No, I'm going to say this, right? 3 out of 5 families, when dealing with the youth, some of those children, kids, relatives, brothers, sisters, whatever the hell you want to call them, was doing some shit that the world said you wasn't supposed to do.
Isn't this what you turned up on Hassan for saying?
No.
If there's 10 people in this room, 3 of them molest kids.
No,
you were like, no, we ain't doing that. That clip still goes viral all the time.
I'm not saying molest kids. I'm saying kids.
Okay, when kids are young, they do weird stuff.
They do weird shit.
Sometimes.
And I'm going to be real. A lot of the parents do shit that they shouldn't do, like this. Because I'm trying to save money on the gas bill. They make 2 brothers get in the shower together. Whatever.
I hope I'm never that down bad.
No, this is real shit.
Save like a nickel on water.
Those people that's watching me understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
They'll make 2 brothers get in the shower together, a brother and sister, one's 8, one's 6, or whatever. Y'all both getting that shit. You know
I used to take baths with my little sister all the time.
Okay.
It was regular shit.
Yeah, that's not regular shit.
It's not that weird.
I've never allowed.
When you're like 12 in school, they make you shower right next to the other dudes in school in gym class, right? That's the same shit.
I've never allowed my son to take a bath or shower with his sister.
I mean, it's not like it even would have crossed. I didn't even know what sex was, not to mention that it never crossed my mind.
What? This what happens. They see shit on TV. They see books, whatever shit on the phone. And next thing you know, in the shower, they experiment. This is real shit.
Well, that is what Kanye said, is that he was looking at his mom's magazines and they were sucking dick in those magazines, and that's why they chose to do it, which I think that's why it's so important that you keep kids away
from porn. And they probably did it to each other.
Because I was thinking, I'm like, what kind of 6-year-old even knows about oral sex?
There's
like,
a lot of adults right now who are scared to admit it, right? That they experimented and or have walked in on people in their family experimenting, right? This type of shit happens, right? And another way of seeing it is, I think Ye's sitting back saying, okay, what firepower, what's left out there on me? My mother used to deal with women. Okay, I did some gay shit. What if my cousin wants to get paid $5,000 to go do a story on me? So fuck it. I'm gonna say it myself. I believe he's like, any and everything that ever happened to me is out there. Now, what you got to say? I'm untouchable. He's making it so because you did this. He already said that.
I think, he's a thought leader and an innovator to the extent where he wants to be the one pushing the envelope. And so he's kind of like one of the first people to really come out and say a bunch of negative shit about Jewish people as far as famous people goes. And he wanted that smoke. He wants to be the person who's having these conversations that some people have behind closed doors, having that out in public. Have we ever heard a rapper talk about anything like this before? I mean, not a rapper on his level at all.
No, well, you can't. Ye is he's in a realm of his own. I mean, when it came to producing, beat making, his creativity, his production, his rhymes, everything he just is with his clothing, his shoes. Ye he's a Martian. He's somewhere different, and I don't believe there's nothing that could tarnish him because he owns it and stands up on it, stands up to it. Now, I'd seen his rant about Kendrick.
Right.
He said Kendrick can't rap. Right?
Yeah. It's a little extreme.
He said Kendrick can't rap.
And Tyler.
And he said Top Dog has the same birthday as Hitler. 420. Okay.
365 chance.
Right. But here's the thing, right? I don't believe Kendrick is going to respond to Ye's rants until Ye delivers a song of substance that challenges Kendrick. He's going to totally ignore him.
Yeah, I don't think Kendrick is notoriously almost impossible to bait into these sort of exchanges.
He's going to totally ignore.
He was happy to do it with Drake
because right now,
Drake is of sound mind.
Well, that was that's like, okay, if I do this with Drake, there's a possibility I can up my level in the game.
I think Kanye wants that challenge. He wants Kendrick to diss him. He wants Tyler to diss him because he wants to do battle with the GOATs.
He has to deliver a song or Kendrick's gonna ignore him.
Maybe. But I feel like the likelihood of if Kanye drops a song where he disses Kendrick, it almost seems kind of unlikely that people are even going to pay attention to it at this point.
No, if it's a hard song, Kendrick is taking all fades. But if it's just some shit like, what is he talking about? He's going to go on about his business.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing about Kendrick, too, is that if Kanye drops a song tomorrow dissing him, actually, I can almost guarantee this even just based on what Kanye has already said. If Kendrick, next time he drops an album, which for all we know could be a year, 2 years from now, he doesn't seem like he's ever in a rush to drop a project. For sure, I think he'll have bars referencing Kanye, even just based off of the stuff that he said recently. But Kendrick notoriously will always make you wait.
I believe also, the fact that he may have got wind that Jay-Z is considering selling Kendrick part of his old catalog might have pissed him off.
Selling part of Jay-Z's own catalog to Kendrick?
Part of Kanye. Jay-Z owns some of it.
He wants to sell some of that to
He's considering selling, and Kendrick was thinking of was
so Kendrick's in the market for buying part of Kanye's catalog.
Yeah, his catalog. And I think he might have got wind of that.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not on Kendrick.
But do you think
what I'm saying? I mean, is that Kendrick's fault that somebody offered him?
No,
I don't think
that's
Kendrick
not even like a personal thing.
But I think now Kendrick just might take Jay-Z up on that deal, bro.
Yeah, that's a W for sure. That's a W.
He might just do it now because that's how you win some without saying nothing.
Whenever I see anti-Drake narratives or anti-Ye narratives on social media now, it seems like very, very likely in almost every case that these are being astroturfed by bots and like created by agencies that both artists have hired to basically force narratives out against the other people. Like when I'm seeing all these posts about Kendrick's tour not selling out, my brain immediately alarms go off. Like this is a campaign. There's an agency that has been paid to push these anti-Kendrick narratives. Is that what they're saying?
I haven't been following that.
I think they both got bot armies. That seems pretty obvious.
They said it's not selling out?
It's not even like expensive. It's like you can pay an agency, $30,000 a month and they're going to go crazy on social media, creating fan accounts and shit to basically push negative narratives about the other side.
That's crazy. Yo, you called me about a dude earlier. I don't know who he was.
A dude.
Go Yayo.
Oh, well, I wanted to let you know.
Listen, no, look, I didn't know who the hell he was, right? So I went to his Instagram, still didn't know who he was. Went to his social media. Yo, dude got some fire-ass music, bro.
No, yeah, he kills it. No, but he's kind of blacklisted from the industry because he's Sauce Walker's op.
Who?
Sauce Walker.
Well, we need to do some business. Black Wisdom, he got a song that I played 8 times in a row. Gutter music. That shit is crazy.
No, yeah, he's super talented, but he's kind of worked his way into this position where he's Sauce Walker's op, and Sauce Walker has such a stranglehold on Texas that Go Yayo feels like he's basically not getting the opportunities that he should get.
No disrespect to Texas. Go Yayo. Texas is a drop of the bucket when we talking about the world. DSPs cover the world.
He's supposed to be here in like 20 minutes.
This ain't 1990, bro. You need your backyard, right? We can put your backyard on the green screen and put you in Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, whatever the hell we want you to be. Dude is hard.
No, he's hard.
I respectfully, I'd never heard of him. You hit me, boom, boom, boom. I said, let me see who he is.
For the record, I hit him.
You in the group of text, I was like, yo, I'm like, dude is hard.
Chat. The reason why I hit Whack Up was to say, Go Yayo rolls around with people from this hood. I just want to make sure you know so that you are prepared for any potential mingling.
No, but that they was from that particular tribe. I've been intermingling with them for shit.
Right. I just
30 years, 40 years. You know what I mean? Shout out to the A gang.
Okay. As long as we're talking Kendrick, how do you feel about him leaving our boy Doty 6 for dead? Forcing him to take whippets and drive his car into other people's cars.
He left him for dead. See, this is why people don't want to help people, because you help somebody, then they blame you for what they didn't do.
Yeah, pretty much.
I talked to Doty 6. He called me the other day.
He's been calling me a lot too.
I talked to him. He told me he was like tripping out. He lost a bunch of things, and he said he got a DP. He said they DP'd him for, I don't know, being too passive or not being himself, something crazy. And I think he's going through some things. Looked like he just had a car accident, him and his girl.
Yeah, off the nitrous. And now they're back on live doing nitrous, driving around.
Those whippet things.
Yeah.
You remember the first time I seen that shit? You don't remember?
We got some here if you want to try it.
Draco.
Oh, yeah. Draco.
I didn't know. Hey, listen.
Always an innovator.
I looked on my floor. I said, yo, what? When I was young, I had a CO2 pellet gun, right? I caught my first case with a CO2 pellet. I was 12 years old. The crazy part I be seeing, I tell my stories and you take these trolls. You went to prison for a pellet gun. And I was 12 years old, shot a dude 32 times in the face for calling my mother the B word, right? That's what happened. But I'm looking at all these little containers. Like, what the hell is this? And I see him pull some shit out. He had a cup to where he popped it in the cup. And he was... So it reminded me of when people used to canister, when people used to huff paint, right? And I'm like, yo, are you really inhaling?
He fell asleep at the wheel of the Rolls Royce.
The foreign whip crasher. That's at least one way to crash a foreign whip. Do a bunch of nitrous. No lean doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, I think that shit fries your brain.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. And people lose use of their legs from that shit.
Yeah,
happens all the time.
You got the content?
What content?
I sent it to your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Got it, okay.
Okay. I heard part of this is that Doty 6 has basically, like, he had an infant son who passed. So I think that might have kind of sent him off the deep end.
Recently?
Yeah, a couple months back, something like that. That's what I heard. So, yeah. I mean, that, to be fair, that would drive many a man crazy. I don't know what the fuck I would do.
I mean, unfortunately in life, there's no rewind to it.
Right.
I would take it, channel it into my motivational side of me and keep moving and try to do something, you know what I mean, in memory of that child, you know what I mean? And work towards creating another one.
Right.
I mean, you can't stand over a dead body, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
ain't nothing gonna happen.
He was gonna come on the podcast the other day, and I think that people,
he told me he was coming up.
I think people in his family kind of got in between that.
No, I know the reason.
I don't think it's a great idea for him to come on the podcast at this point. I don't. I fuck with him enough that I don't want to be part of his downfall. So until he gets his mind right,
his downfall.
Well, he's just clearly he's not in a great place right now. And I think we can help him? Sure. I just don't think it should probably.
I'm about to call his label.
Let's not make content out of it.
He told me to call his label. We definitely gonna do content.
He's about him crashing out and
no, I mean he needs to be able
losing
to.
His mind.
He need to be able to speak his side of it, right? But I know the real reason why he didn't come up here. He told me.
What?
I'm gonna tell you off camera.
I think it's probably a better thing for him to get some help before he comes up here.
Get some help. Did you tell Orlando Brown to get some help?
That is a very, very fair point.
The fuck you
However, I
talking
feel a little bit more endeared
Hey,
to
yo,
Dota
check
6.
this out. This is now I'm about to step in. You're not finna disregard the platform. We need the content.
So you're saying that I should put the desire for content above my desire for him to get his
That's been the
mental
motto
health
of
right.
No Jumper. That's been the motto of No Jumper.
Hey, but I said no to Fusi too.
To who?
Fusi, the live streamer, the Middle Eastern dude who was losing his mind. Yo, do you know about this? Remember Vitaly, the guy that you did the stream with?
I seen him going crazy in Russia.
Oh, no. He went to the Philippines and he's
there
fucking
you
with
go.
people. He's stealing a motorcycle from a cop. He's screaming in people's faces. Basically, they call it nuisance
Is it
streaming.
the camera on? What is he doing?
Well, he's live streaming. Yeah, creating content out of him, basically harassing all these random pedestrians.
They took him to jail.
They arrest him. They're charging him. Apparently, it's going to take like 3 years before he goes to trial, and then they're going to give him 5 years for each charge that he's found guilty of. So basically, unless the government intervenes in some way, it seems like we're not going to see him for probably at least 8 years, which is insane. And the prisons there make American prisons look like a fucking Disney cruise. So, I mean, this dude is fucked beyond belief. He probably right now is wishing that he's stuck with the profile hunting, which is why you guys were hanging out.
Cloud chasing.
It's crazy.
And dude was on something.
I think he was on steroids and maybe
I
nothing
was
else.
for the bed his ass. Remember, I was finna knock him out.
What, he was being super annoying and crazy?
Yeah, he got to. I said, hey, homie, calm down, pipe down, homie.
Really?
Like he was like, you know what I'm saying? And then he kept grabbing his nuts. So Akon was on the way. I said, hey, bro, when bro get here, because he was up there because I booked him. Yo, whatever, stop doing that weird shit. You're not gonna be on the side of him doing that shit.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we got the content of him doing it. Nobody never seen it. It might be time to put it out. You know, I'm gonna send it to nephew. We can put it out.
Damn. I mean, honestly, it's like I've been watching Vitaly's career from the very, very early days because he used to be a prank guy. Like in the very early days of YouTube.
That's what he was doing after he went to the wrong place.
Almost 20 years ago, he was doing these pranks, but a lot of the pranks were fake and everything. And now, like, you know, he did the pedo hunting thing for a little while, and now he's, I mean, this is really kind of a trend. A lot of people have been going to different Asian countries and just sort of torturing the pedestrians on the streets for content, which is insane. Like, why would you do that in a place like the Philippines that just doesn't?
Yeah, I watched people just running around doing shit though. He was like just fucking with people.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what do you don't play? They don't play them type of games over there
at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, he might go in there. I think he was in Thailand. You know, they known for the what they call something type. You know, a lot of the boys they turn them into
lady boys.
Yeah, they known for that over there.
Yeah,
I believe like a certain child, if they're whatever it is, it has to be they will whatever they do, bro. Shit getting complicated.
A no jumper past host, Black Dave. He went to Japan, was doing very similar stuff, but he actually managed to escape the country before they apprehended him.
They was looking for him.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I get out the country. I don't play them type of games. I had a near situation in Russia, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
You were being a nuisance streamer in Russia?
I broke this dude's shit.
What'd you do?
We had an after party, and we were like 3 floors down. And we get there, we got to do an hour. We're on a game tour, and dude come bring me a mic. I said, nah, we just here to host, no songs, you know, game. After that hour, I got to rest his vocal cords, you know what I'm saying, for the next show.
No, yeah.
And dude was like, bro, stop playing like that. That shit ain't cool.
I know.
Right.
Just
kidding. Dude came and said, I said, nah, we're not doing those songs. And he was like, he started beating his chest. What? You're gonna do songs for me or else? And I fired. The instincts in me, I get off. Now my band is all older dudes, but one of them is an ex-con, my boy Eddie, right? Eddie played the drums. He from VNG, but he older, you won't be able to tell, right? So we in an all-out brawl. 3-4 stories down in a Russian brothel type shit. Beds floating around, some crazy shit going on, right? We got to fight our way up back to the van, Get out of there. We get to the hotel. The hotel's a 1-floor hotel, and you gotta like put all your shit through like a conveyor belt to even get in. Man, my baby mama, I put the mattress on the floor. I called the airport. Airport didn't open up till 6 in the morning, so I couldn't go over there early. Flight don't leave till 8:39. So I just know they booked the rooms. I know they coming to get me. I know they finna come. All I'm thinking about is some Rambo shit. I'm gonna be in a cave 5 hours. They let me up out of there, and about 2 years ago, I get a call from 6ix9ine. Hey, Wack, what up? I got somebody want to talk to you. Who? Who does he put on the phone? The dude I fired on. He's in Russia.
He was in better spirits at this
He was
point.
like, yo, bro, man, I think about I want to do some more business with you. You know, it was my bad. I'm like, you won't get me back over there, pal. But, you know, when you out of the, when we're Americans, when you leave the country, you're no longer in America.
Right.
The rules we know may be a little different over there, and you fall up under their jurisdiction as if they fall up under our jurisdiction. When you leave here, you need to be on your best behavior. Don't go to Dubai playing with no marijuana, playing with no drugs, cussing, all that. They'll lock your ass up.
Yeah, when I think about it, like I've been to China a couple times and I've been to Russia, and definitely we were going out and getting drunk and being ignorant as because it feels like there's no laws in some of these places. But when I think about it, until they get you. Yeah. Now, luckily, we weren't live streaming our crimes.
Let me tell you the scariest part about going to jail in another country.
Well, I mean, Vitaly right now is surrounded by people who speak Filipino. That's gotta really suck. For 3 people per bed.
Now you know how Mexican feel being in our county jail in a cell with all black and white dudes, right?
Well, they speak English for the most part. Well,
no, when you get
a real
like a paisa, but this is the scariest part about going to jail in another country. You don't even know how to use the damn phone.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
You know what I'm saying? Like you simple stuff like that. And then when the food come, you don't know what, you know what I'm saying? You can't really communicate with nobody in there. They don't understand what you're saying.
They could be plotting on you right in front of your face.
Straight up.
And what are you going to do? And the whole thing about it, too, is that Vitaly, like, the government's not coming to save you.
Now, they probably didn't Shannon Sharp Vitaly about 7 times already.
What do you mean?
Call it what you want. We got content.
Ooh, Shannon Sharp. So what? Like, doing gay shit with him? Oh, to be fair, he might physically be like the alpha of that prison. Bro, he's on roids.
When I say they probably Shannon Sharp Vitaly about 7 times.
You mean gay sex?
No.
Oh.
This is Vitaly. No. This is Shannon Sharp.
Right.
Shut up. It's just a Filipino choking out a white guy.
Yeah.
In their language, whatever that may be.
Oh,
Vitaly's probably screaming no.
It's just so extreme to think that, you know, there's like in America, what's the worst thing that could happen to you from doing something stupid like, you know, playing pranks on people out in the streets or whatever?
I'm not doing nothing.
Really, almost nothing. This fool might be in prison for like a decade.
Yeah, I'm not doing none of that. I get out the country, bro. I'm on my best behavior.
Nah, for sure.
Straight up. I don't want none of your prostitutes. I don't want none of that. Because they come at you. Bro, you remember? I got on y'all ass. Y'all was playing. And I took y'all to Bahrain. And I'm like, first of all, they remember all them little Thailand chicks. I said, first of all, you don't know what you're dealing with. Second of all, you don't know what you're dealing with. I took them little bastards over there. I couldn't wait to get their ass to Dubai. You know what I'm saying? I looked up, they had the whole hallway. I said, yo, what? Oh, we doing our thing. I swear to God.
Wow.
Creep, Young Mackie, all y'all.
I don't want to go to Dubai. Dubai sounds scary.
No, that was about done. Dubai's not scary. I love Dubai. Let me know. Listen, when you're ready to go, not only I'm gonna get you a big bag, I'm gonna have it all laid out for you.
Yeah. Get me booked in Dubai. Let's do that.
No, I'll do it.
What am I gonna do? I'm a DJ?
No, just go host.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
What is hosting? What do I do?
Just go to the club.
Just go there.
And it's different. It's like laid back cool.
You think people are gonna care about me out there?
Yeah, that's a fact.
They're with me in Turks.
That's a fact.
Well, they love the 22 straight out there.
I'm gonna call. I'm gonna get you booked, but it'll be laid out for you.
Let me know.
I have it laid out, ground, rooms, dinner. They'll take y'all to dinner in the sky. I took y'all every goddamn.
Maybe
way.
while we're out there, we can get some chic to take a dump on Lena's chest for extra money.
Oh, they'll definitely pay for that too.
Or maybe she could take a dump.
Yeah, they'll definitely. However that goes, you know.
I'll watch the kids.
Then I'm gonna take you to the projects in Dubai.
What's that like?
Great.
Didn't they like create the city like fairly recently?
Yeah, but out of the city, it's the projects. And listen to me. When I take you to the projects and they open the walls up, did I take you over there? When they open the walls up and you see all the designer shit and they say, this is real fake. I'm like, what do you mean real fake? So a bag we
Just
might
fake.
pay $2,500 for, they want $200-300. It's not fake. They say it's real, but it's fake to Americans because we're not buying it in the store for $3,000-4,000. They're gonna take the lighter, put the lighter. It's made in the same place Louis and Gucci is made for. These are containers that the people are shipping out the back door to them.
Oh, okay.
So I got like if I go to my WhatsApp right now, I could go to his name and I'm pretty sure he didn't send me pictures of everything.
I could go to Canal Street and buy a Gucci belt for $10.
No, that's some fake shit.
So this is like real fake.
This is,
Okay.
yeah. I brought some pieces back and I took it to the Gucci store. They like, yo, where the hell you get that exclusive from? Such and such. I gave it to them. They like, this shit is. They only made that little black. I had like a little bitty red bag or something, and like these like it's real, but it's fake to you guys because you're not buying it out of the store. This container we just got sent here. You know what I mean? But nah, I'm gonna book you. You never been over there?
No.
Nah.
Never been in the Middle East in general.
I'm gonna book you. I'm gonna get you booked over.
I'm gonna make Lena cover her face and hair. She's gonna have to wear the whole thing. Everything.
Huh?
Cover up, you immodest bitch.
Who you talking about? The home girl?
Well,
What kind of motherfucker is you, bro?
I'm trying to get my Muslim wave together.
No, you can't talk
I
like
gotta
that.
run her shit.
It's changed, bro. I remember once upon a time, women couldn't wear certain shit. Look, he said to me, shit. I told you, look. What?
So these are actual designer bags that he's trying to sell you?
Oh, he's telling me what he got over there.
I mean, they look nice.
No,
I don't know if I trust you to be the judge of designer handbags, though.
You crazy? You know how much money I spent on designer shit for my boy?
You're right. I don't know.
You have no idea. But then listen. When we go over there, bring whatever you want. He go take a lighter. He go put it to it. If designer is fake, that shit gonna burn.
Me, you, R&B, and Lena in Dubai all together.
No,
that's what we need. That's all we need. That would be the greatest thing that has ever happened.
I'm gonna get his book.
Let's do it. Let's bring Ye too.
That's easy. I'm gonna get his book.
Okay. All right. It's go yayo time for me personally. Shout out Wack 100. Great conversation as usual. And we'll be back next week, right?
That's a fact.
We'll be back. Big back.
That's a fact.
That's a factoid.
God damn it.
Ladies and
Blueface
gentlemen.
coming home. He on the way home. He got my man Mams putting together the squabble with Nick Young, Swaggy P. I don't want to say the name of the reality show. And I locking down the album deal. We hitting the ground running. And when we knock those things out that last quarter, we go on the tour, baby. We out. Europe, here we come.
Let's get it. Krishan. Just kidding.
He said that.
Krishan's cool. All right.